Hey there, it's J-Rod here for Rich Retirement TV, and today I'm going to break down 3 of my favorite 5G breakout stocks ahead of earnings reports coming out next week. But before I do, I want to talk a little bit about one of my favorite rock bands ever, Van Halen. Rest in peace, Eddie Van Halen. He's the guitarist the guitarist of the band who recently died of cancer. But he really changed the game in terms of for guitarists. His tapping technique is legendary. His style of rhythm guitar playing, songwriting, very much influenced by his virtuosity as a lead player. He doesn't get a lot of credit as a rhythm guitar player, but he really did a good job of writing songs. And alongside David Lee Roth, the longtime legendary lead singer of the band, they really crafted a formula that worked. They crafted their sound in the 70s, brought it into the 80s, adding keyboards and other styles of the time, rolled into the 90s, and continued to churn out hits no matter what era they were in, no matter who was singing for the band. They just knew what worked. They figured it out, and they kept doing it really well. And a lot of portfolio managers, a lot of investors, they can't do that. They can't really produce hits time after time after time. And oftentimes the formula is very simple. And here at Rich Retirement Letter, the formula that I use is very simple, and it has generated hit after hit after hit for watchers here of Rich Retirement TV. It's been tech stocks plus breakouts equals boom. To quote one of my former colleagues here, it's very simple. We play breakouts we look at identify really good stocks, take a position after a breakout, and just let the winners ride, and just keep doing that over and over again. We don't have to get very complicated. And as you've seen, there's an endless universe of stocks, so we don't have to change things up, and they're delivering winners. And today I want to take another deep look, take a Van Halen style look at really the formula, the stocks that are just keep churning out hits for us, So today we're going to take a look at some of my favorite tech stocks that are in the 5G index. We've talked about 5G a lot here in 2020, and we're going to continue talking about it into 2021 because the movement is really getting started. So we're going to take a look at these companies as they get ready to report earnings. Let's go ahead and dig in. All right, so first stock on my list is Corning, ticker GLW. This is one of my favorite names in the market. They're key. They make glass they make the Gorilla Glass that goes on your iPhone screen and on Samsung smartphones all around the world. They're also a big player in the 5G space in creating the fiber optic wire that's going to be running 5G signals. Big movement there. And they also make big glass for TV sets for ultra high ultra high def TVs, and they've done phenomenally well here in 2020 despite the pandemic. And they report earnings next week before the open on October 27th. And this is talk about a consistent Van Halen style winner. They've reported 8 straight quarters of earning beats, including a 110% beat last quarter. A lot of strength here heading into earnings season. And again, the other part of the formula, breakouts. The stock just broke out here above $34. The range here of the stock for the last say 5 months or so has been between $28 and $34. That's a range of $6. I've got a price target of $40 in this stock on that breakout. Put the $6 range on top of $34. That gives you a $40 price target. That is 15% upside from when the stock is trading right now. And again, if Corning delivers another beat like it's been doing, this is a stock that could easily make its way in that direction very soon. I also like to, it's well supported by the 50-day moving average. It's got a curved. It's well supported also by the 200-day moving average. So a lot of momentum in the near term, midterm, and the long term to take this 5G flyer way higher. Next up on my list is LSCC. That is the ticker for Lattice Semiconductor, another big semi name. They produce low power processors that are used in 5G servers all across the world, and they are doing another stock that's doing phenomenally well in the pandemic world. As an earnings player, they've delivered 5 straight quarters of earnings beats. And my price target on the stock here, on this breakout here above $32, really nice breakout here, is $38. And that gives us about 12% upside from where the stock is trading right now. Another name just like Corning that's well supported by the 50-day moving average, a strong support here at the 200-day moving average. They also report earnings next week. On October 27th, they report after the close, and another big, strong name heading into earnings season. And the last stock that I want to take a look at here, if you're a longtime watcher of Rich Retirement TV, you've heard me talk about this name a lot. Maxar Technologies, they are a manufacturer of satellites, and they're also a real high margin player in the digital cloud. They're using satellites to create cloud networks in space, and they're really innovating how companies can use satellites to speed things up in an affordable way for their customers. And Maxar has just been lights out in 2020. So as an earnings season player, they haven't done phenomenally well in terms of their reports. They've got a number of negative earnings reports over the last, let's say, 2 years or so. But the momentum is shifting to the upside, and despite the negative reports, they're constantly coming out with announcements, big wins in terms of government contracts. Private sector contracts to build satellites and integrate their digital globe network, which has been rapidly growing. So while they haven't had a huge, say earnings beats in their history, they do have a history of big moves after earnings. They've got 3 triple-digit one-day moves for the stock, including a 21% gain, one-day gain in say Q2 of 2020. The stock moved 21% higher. You can see it right here, huge gap up, and it held very strong during the September sell-off. Again, this is they delivered double 11% roughly 12% one-day gains back in Q3, Q4 of 2019. Again, this is a huge momentum name. The satellite launches are growing by the day. Again, this is going to continue as companies keep sending up these low Earth orbit satellites to facilitate cheaper, faster faster networks. Maxar is at the forefront of that movement. So I expect to see outperformance yet again. Again, you've got this nice breakout here about $30, and you've got $20 as support here. Another stock well supported by the 50-day and 200-day moving average. My price target on this stock, $40. It's about 30% upside from where the stock is trading now. And again, if you've been following my videos for a while, you've had the opportunity to take more than 100% winners on this name consistently over the last 9 months or so. And this is another really good entry point. If you haven't gotten into the stock, here's a really good opportunity to get in ahead of earnings, which could produce a huge one-day move. But again, this is a winning formula. Tech stocks plus breakouts equals boom for your portfolio. Take a look at these three names a little bit more. Corning, ticker GLW. Lattice Semiconductor, ticker LSCC. And of course, Maxar Technologies, ticker MAXR. Stick with the winning formula, do as Van Halen did, and keep churning out hits time and time again for yourself. So thanks again for watching today's video. I'm J-Rod for Rich Retirement TV, and I'll see you next week.